welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I've done a kitchen chat style video, and today I wanted to break down 4 ways to lose weight that don't involve your nutrition and food. This is probably one of the most commonly asked questions I get, which is around weight loss and calorie deficit. I want to start this video obviously by saying your nutrition and exercise is super important, but I wanted to share some other ways that are things that are often overlooked but also so important. If you could hit this video with a like, it really helps and supports my channel and is really appreciated, and we'll jump straight into it, starting with number 1, which is sleep. Now your sleep is literally like your nutrition for your brain, and you'll have definitely heard this before, but I think it's super important to actually understand why. Most people need between 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night, and good quality sleep, so undisturbed. Getting too little sleep triggers a cortisol spike. This stress hormone signals to your body to conserve energy during your waking hours, meaning your body is much more likely to hang on to fat. Make sure I've included any links to studies in the description box down below too. Some research I found was when dieters cut back on their sleep over a 14-day period, the amount of weight they lost from fat dropped by 55%, which is crazily high, even though their calories remained equal. So when you get insufficient sleep over a length of time, your body's ability to process the hormone insulin can really drop. Insulin is a hormone that's used to process sugar, starches and other food into energy. So when your body doesn't respond to insulin, your body can have difficulty processing fats from your bloodstream, so it ends up storing them as fat. Something else that we will all go through phases, patches of when you haven't had enough sleep, you're a lot hungrier, you go for more sweet things. A lack of sleep dulls activity in your frontal lobe. This honestly just blows my mind. The frontal lobe is where a lot of decision making and impulse control is made. So that's where you get your lack of mental clarity and just difficulty making certain decisions, especially if you're super tired. And you know when you feel so tired that you almost feel drunk, like when you've been really sleep deprived, and just something that we neglect or think, oh, I get enough sleep, but it's super important to make sure that you're getting good quality sleep, having at least like 30 minutes to an hour before you go to bed just to chill out so you can get in that relaxed zone and have a good night's sleep. I know this can be so difficult when you're going through like stressful situations or you've got a lot on, but something to really look at, especially if, say, if you feel like you're smashing your nutrition side, you're getting your workouts in and you're feeling really good in that aspect, but you're neglecting, say you're only getting like between, I don't know, like 6 to 5 hours sleep a night. That's not enough. If you are curious like how much sleep you're actually getting, it's worth getting things that you can track your sleep with. Like I use my Whoop band, and there's the Aura ring, and they also tell you like how much REM sleep you're getting in different stages of your sleep cycle, and just looking at other areas like your sleep hygiene. Ultimately, when you are getting more sleep, you're giving your body a chance to recover, repair cells, and also you'll have that much more mental clarity when it comes to working out your hunger cues, like when you are actually hungry. But number 2 is increasing your NEAT. This is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. This is a process where energy is expended doing anything that isn't planned exercise, so eating, sleeping, moving about your house, cleaning. Essentially, it's any exercise that doesn't require a lot of effort or intensity. So NEAT is part of your daily calories burn. It's a part of your total daily energy expenditure. This is a really important area to look at if it isn't something that you're considering as important. So I think it's super common, like we all probably will get our workout in the morning, say if you've got like an office job and you're sat down sedentary for the majority of the rest of the day. Now, one area if you've been stuck on for a while, say if you are trying to lower your body fat or lose weight in general, is really looking at your total daily activity outside of the gym, how much time you're spent sat, and just looking at more of how can I have more of an active lifestyle and increase my step count, say, or looking at how much you stand during the day. Can you change up areas, like making small lifestyle changes like this? So say if you can get a standing desk, or just make sure you're taking, say, your meetings, you're going for a walk, or if you listen to a podcast, or if you're on the phone to anyone, just moving more throughout the day and having more of a general active lifestyle, so it's not just you're literally blasting out a 40-minute work in the morning but then you're sat down the rest of the day. So this is where you've probably heard of step counts, which is really often spoken about and something I have found really transformative in every way, from my mental aspect to physically and just everything, to be honest. So having a look, seeing how many steps you do, you can actually see on your health app on your phone, or if you've got an Apple Watch, how many steps you're averaging at. And if it is something that you've not even thought about or looked at before, you could just see if you could increase that by 2,000 steps to start with, on top of what you're averaging at already, and just seeing how you go at that. You'll really notice the difference in your mental health as well, just getting outside, being more intentional, going for walks, and just being a bit more active day to day. And with increasing your NEAT, you're also increasing your total daily energy expenditure, which can help you maintain a calorie deficit, obviously alongside your nutrition and whatever other exercise you're including. And of course, to lose weight, you need to create an energy deficit through your calorie intake and also your energy expenditure. 3 is your hormones. Kind of linked to sleep as well. Your hormones regulate your appetite in order to help your body maintain energy levels. Some hormones stimulate hunger, others signal that you've had enough to eat. Diet, activity levels and chronic stress have all been linked to hormonal fluctuations. So it's not just like a one size that is affecting your hormones. If you have got any symptoms or think you may have a hormone imbalance, I'd definitely consult your GP or a medical professional just to rule out any medical conditions. Hormones also influence energy expenditure, the number of calories your body burns on a daily basis. For this reason, fluctuations in hormone levels can lead to weight gain, weight loss, as well as body fat accumulation in specific areas. You need to be in a calorie deficit, of course, that's true, but there are so many variables that do come into fat loss, weight gain. Here I want to talk about highly elevated cortisol levels. Cortisol is a really important adrenal hormone which has so many essential functions, including controlling your blood sugar, reducing inflammation, and regulating your metabolism. Slight elevations in cortisol in response to stress is normal, but when they remain highly elevated, side effects can include weight gain. So this is where I want to talk about reducing stress and lowering your cortisol levels, and if that is something that you feel like you may have been suffering with, if you've been under high stress at the moment, which I think we can all go through phases of and go through things during life. Life comes up. Share some tips on reducing your stress levels. That could be just organising your life out a little bit more and delegating certain areas, or reducing your work demands if you can, reducing things that are just in your life and causing you unnecessary stress, just getting really good as well at saying no and making sure you've got enough time for you, practicing your self-care. Meditating is absolutely phenomenal at helping you manage a lot of things going on in your life. I make sure I do that. I've implemented that pretty much every day for the past few years now. Meditation is an absolute game changer if you haven't tried that. It just helps you be a bit more present with yourself and in yourself. I've got loads of videos on my YouTube channel for that. So number 4 is behavioural tips. So these are just some behavioural changes you can adapt, you can make, you can change, just increase awareness around certain things. It's something that has helped me so much whenever I have had a goal. Is I like tracking my food, but this approach is not for everyone, and I wouldn't advise it to everyone. If you're recovering, say if you've had a bad relationship with food in the past and you're just wanting to heal your relationship with food, I wouldn't go ahead and say, right, tracking is the best way for you. Journaling is a really good example of this. So journaling your food intake along with your thoughts, feelings, noticing what makes you feel good, energized, that kind of thing. And also if you are wanting to intuitively eat and go with that approach, I'd also recommend journaling. The plan ahead is so useful when you're trying to reach a goal, making sure you've got your favourite snacks in the fridge and your cupboards are stocked so that you're not going to reach for something just quick and because you're absolutely starving, say if you get in from work. But if meal prepping does suit you, and just being able to have everything readily available if you've got really busy days. Something I like to do is sort of batch cook, so I'll make say sweet potatoes and butternut squash in the air fryer, and then I'll just pop it in a container in the fridge so I can just have it for lunch the next day, and then I can cook say meat fresh if I want to. My air fryer has just changed my life. It's so easy. As well, learning to cook differently and trying out different sauces with your meals, trying different recipes, getting a new recipe book. I'll leave my recipe books linked down below, but that just is so nice because I think you learn new skills and it's nice mixing up new recipes, trying out different things that you might enjoy. Something quite random that I've been working on implementing as well, eating at a table and not on my phone, because when you're just hungry or whatever, you'll stick something on YouTube and you'll be there eating your dinner and then you don't even really know what anything tasted like because you weren't even thinking. So I think eating more intentionally as well and just enjoying your meal and noticing when you are full and when you feel satisfied as well, and not overeating, because you know when you make yourself uncomfortably full and you're like, God, I didn't need to eat all that, but you were just too busy watching something else. So switching up where you're eating, like try eating at a table and undistracted rather than just eating your meal like stood at the kitchen counter kind of thing. I hope you found this video useful. Let me know what you would like to see next. I really want to keep things simple for you guys. I know how over-complicated things can get, and I think it's important to break things down as well. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, I'd love you to stick around by subscribing and make sure you liked this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.